What up? What up? What up? We are live. We are live. Jones Monday quarterback, season 7,
Yeah,
episode 17.
yeah.
17. So we got a lot in store for y'all today, man. Before we start,
Downfield and what?
I don't want to imply that getting catches, but watch Trubisky's reaction.
From the 13, Flacco, end zone bound, and there's no wide receivers on the field right now. And that means they're going to run it with Hill. This is one to go. Stafford to the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Other at the bottom. This is Bobby Rainey on the screen. 4th and 10. Young from the shotgun. And 5-81. Kiwanuka wraps him up. Young escapes. Good on the play. And Vince Young will pick up the first down. Anybody ever questioned why Vince Young was chosen as the first pick? Romo has on the right side, looking for help. He's in trouble. And Stills on his feet and fires up. What a catch. It's Whitten with the grab as Romo pulled some magic in the pocket. 12 yards.
all right, man. Welcome back to Jones Monday quarterback. We're how we do every Monday, man. We recap all the games from this past afternoon and evening, on Sunday evening and afternoon. And like we always do, man, we got a great show ahead for y'all today, man, on the SamzSportz network. I got my guy Den. Den was good, Den.
Nothing much, man. Feeling really good. Ethan, you got the great jersey on today. If only I could get a Mike Evans day out of fucking Diggs, I would be the
He's gonna have
happiest.
to go off. We'll get into that game much later, but he's gonna have to go off tonight.
But yeah,
I will be the biggest Bills fan tonight you have ever seen.
All right, I see you.
Dog on the check-in. Josh is on the check-in. My man Ryan Thomas is on the check-in, man. So we'll get to that game later. Oh,
Ricky
man.
Williams in the house as well.
They say
the Giants. Good job, Jude.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that later, too. But definitely the NFL did a great job saving that game for the last game of the year. So we'll definitely get into that later on in the show. But, we usually like to start off with the last game we seen from Sunday. This game right here. This guy go put it in the back burner, but start off with this. Steelers 16-13 win over the Baltimore Ravens, man. Mike Tomlin, man. Oh man, you gotta give it up to that guy, man. He had these guys playing, man, and to the last week, man, and they was 2-6 at one point, right?
Yeah. Oh, something like that.
Yeah, and now they're at 8-8 and have a shot to make the playoff. They're gonna need a little extra help for a couple of teams, from the Bills, the Bills for sure, and the Jets. But it's possible, man. It's definitely possible. Yeah, Rick, it was a kind of boring game. When these two teams play each other,
Yeah, they were like, it was last matchup. It was 16-14. So
yeah. They put volleyball scores up, man. So yeah, you definitely expect a defensive game, which it was last night again. And but Kenny Pickett came through at the last minute again for the Pittsburgh Steelers. To put a game-winning drive together and find Najee Harris for the game-winning touchdown. Do y'all feel like the Steelers find their quarterback of the future and Kenny Pickett?
I do.
It look like when you give a quarterback time to develop
Mm-hmm.
and be patient with him, you can get something out of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, give the Steelers their credit. They are a very patient organization.
Yeah. Watch Pittsburgh lose next week, and Mike Tomlin will have his first losing season. We'll
Hey,
see.
I mean, even if he does, that's still a great year.
Yeah, they kind of went at it last night on the Zoom.
I bet.
After they took the loss last night. Ravens took the loss last night. But as far as on the Ravens side of things, they get the running game going. But look right down that final drive, it looked like they missed their quarterback for sure, man, and Lamar Jackson, man. Do he come back next week against the Cincinnati Bengals?
Oof.
He got to.
He have to, right?
They clinched
the playoff spot already.
I was gonna say for positioning, because now you may end up playing.
Both teams are already in the playoffs, so it's just position. Who wins the North is going to be next week.
Oh yeah.
What's gonna happen is it's gonna be some bullshit, and the Bills are going to win the game. It's gonna be some bullshit, some questionable calls. They're gonna make the Bills win the game. They're gonna flex that motherfucker game. You know what? Fuck wrong.
They got. I don't care. Hey, I don't care. As long as the Bills win, I'd be happy.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy, but I don't know. I mean, it should be a good game tonight. The Ravens did drop that game. Mm-hmm. It's more than just quarterback play. I know this is a quarterback show, but it's more than just quarterback play. There's a lot of question marks going around, but it's the same shit every week. Lamar should be back. Calais, Peters, it's a big game. Everybody watch going to automatically get healthy all of a sudden and shit. Bam.
Yeah, man. And we'll see, man. We'll see. But it will be interesting, though. Definitely will be interesting. To see if they bring Lamar back this week. I think they should save him for the playoff too. I agree. Ricky, with you. They should save him for the playoff, but hey. We'll see, man. We'll see. Another AFC matchup that I wanted to talk about today. Kansas City is another team that's battling for the top spot in the AFC right now. And they got away with it.
As I say, I'll tell you, the last few weeks they've been playing. They're gonna. That's a long comment. I like the first 3 words though. Anyway, I'll tell you what, the Chiefs. I mean, they've been playing well enough to win, but they've been playing with their food a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know the Steelers fans are in here. My bad, Sharon. Say Bills gonna win, and then the Jets will beat Miami, and the Steelers will beat the Browns, and they will be in the playoff. We at least, I hope. Okay, so.
Hey, they got a shot.
Yeah, I definitely said that earlier about how the Pittsburgh Steelers were.
Ramona Dye in the building. What's up, Ramona Dye?
Yeah, y'all tagging. We talking Steelers. Our ladies. We definitely got a tag though.
Jared Mullen in the house.
The Steelers fans.
Jay in the building.
Yeah, Jay hiding out from us.
Hey,
that's all right.
I want the Bills to win. We'll talk about that, but I won my fantasy, so I'm happy.
Congratulations, sir. I wish I had my hand claps that I usually have at the studio. Congratulations. I never hear that. 2 years in a row, right?
Yep. Beat Marcus.
Oh man, so you know what? I'm definitely gonna be hitting you up next year in August when I'm about to start drafting for some pointers, man. Because I need to win. I need to win some.
I'll tell you what. A lot of people tried to get me to trade away players, and I'm like, nah. I like my team the way it is.
Yeah, I made it to the semifinals on both of my fantasy leagues, but didn't make it to the championship. Playing in the third place game,
I'm in the championship right now.
And my players decide to show up. They ain't show up last week, but they all this week. Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, they had great games this week, and they didn't show up the week before.
It was nice to see the Packers shut down Jetta. That helped me.
Yeah, Ethan, you might have cost me a TJ Watt jersey. Okay, I don't know what
I don't know what they had, Marcus and them had going on either with that. But anyway.
All right, Sharon. I don't know if BJ gonna like that, man. What you just said. We did not get the swept on, but them dudes. Sharon felt like Kenny Pickett was there.
I didn't think they were. They usually split.
Yeah, KC, man, KC, 27-24.
They say they beat me. Like I was trying to say before, they seem to be playing with their food the last few weeks.
Yeah, especially against these weak teams. When you talk about the Texans,
and you see, and next week they play the Raiders. And Stidham looked really good.
Yeah, at Raiders, right? At Vegas, right?
No,
it's at Vegas. It's in Vegas. The Monday night game with Devontae Adams pushed the cameraman.
That was in Kansas City. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So this will be in Vegas Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon.
The NFL announced that last night. That game will be Saturday afternoon, and the nightcap will be the AFC Championship showdown. AFC South Championship showdown between the Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
and Josh Dobbs starting for Tennessee.
They made it official?
Yeah.
I don't care. Did you see my team? So hey, he get what he gets now. Oh man, a rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens, man.
It's back.
Yeah. NFC side of things.
No, Dennis.
Yeah, we took a loss. It was a double loss too.
Yeah, talking about
you knocked your playoff spot down.
I ain't worried about the playoff spot. I was worried about the draft spot. Yeah, we the 10th draft pick now. I'm mad as hell about that. Lost to the fucking Saints. The Saints, and it was looking bad the whole time, but it just got worse when we couldn't convert our motherfucking automatic 4th and inches. When we couldn't convert our 4th and inches, I said, no, this shit ain't looking right.
D-Man on the comment saying who that nation definitely came in Philly and pulled the upset now. Make things interesting now. Philly
NFC East
clinched that number 1 spot, but now looking like they have to play their guys on that last game of the year. Do Jalen Hurts come back for this game, or
Jalen Hurts is from the report I got? Jalen Hurts is playing.
Okay.
That's going.
We play Big Blue.
Big Blue.
And I hate playing Big Blue.
Big Blue already locked it up their spot, so they.
Yeah, but they coach said they playing they starters.
Yeah, we said we bring that heat, man. We playing.
And it's personal though, Ethan. It goes back. It's personal.
It's very personal.
That pandemic year.
Yep. I remember
they said playoffs.
Peterson benched.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear all about that almost every time I talk to Ricky. I know.
Yeah, hold on. It gets even worse. It gets even worse because I think it was that next year, the draft, us and the Cowboys traded. We got Devontae Smith.
Yep.
Man, I always hate playing Big Blue. Always.
Especially because if Big Blue wins and the Cowboys beat the Commanders, don't the Cowboys shoot up to win the East, don't they?
And they get the 1 seed.
What? No. Minnesota would have to get the 1 seed.
No, San Fran.
No, Minnesota lost.
San Fran would get the 1 seed because they got the better conference.
If San Fran loses this week, Dallas get the 1 seed.
Dallas get the 1 seed. They need San Fran.
They need San Fran to lose.
Who has a better record right now? Dallas or
everybody got the same record?
Minnesota?
Nah, they got
Minnesota got 5 losses.
Nah, Minnesota got 4.
4 losses. I'm sorry, they got 4 losses.
Hey, Dallas got what?
4 losses.
Oh, they're all tied. So if Minnesota wins and Dallas wins, Minnesota still gets the top spot, wouldn't they?
No, Dallas beat Minnesota.
Dallas beat Minnesota head to head.
Oh, they
Head
beat
to
them
head.
40-3.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my goodness.
Another
This game.
this game was still one in a late one. In a late spot. The 49ers 37, the Raiders 34. The big story coming out of this game, coming into this game was David Carr being benched for the last 2 games of the year, and Jarrett Stidham stepping in there and taking his spot, filling in for his spot. But hey, he ain't look bad out there.
Right, he looked pretty good.
He looks pretty good. Jarrett Stidham know that offense that Josh McDaniels runs because they had some time with the Patriots. So he definitely looked good in that offense. Connected with Devontae Adams a couple of times in that game. And they had San Fran on the ropes, even forced overtime. But San Fran, man, when the defense is not clicking on the day where the defense was not at their best, the offense definitely got going. Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, who's probably the best, one of the best trade deadline pickups of all time. Christian McCaffrey,
So.
running that rock, man, and Purdy made some plays at the end, man, to lead his team to a victory, man. Definitely wanted to see him in situations like this, and he definitely came through for the 49ers and have them sitting at the number 2 spot in the NFC and have a chance next week if Philadelphia lose to move up. And if Philadelphia lose, they'll move up to the number 1 spot. So yeah. So
it gets tricky.
Mm-hmm.
It gets tricky in week 18, doesn't it?
Yes, it do.
Yes, it's tricky.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do. As we look at the rest of the schedule games from this past Sunday, you had the Jaguars and the Houston Texans 31-3. The Jaguars, one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now, man. And like we mentioned, they have a showdown on Saturday night against the Tennessee Titans for the AFC South. So I think they'll win that game too. I think they're gonna win that game for sure.
32.
Mm-hmm. The Cardinals, we go side to side. The Cardinals and the Falcons, 19-20. Falcons pulling out a 1-point win. Desmond Ridder had a decent game. Finally, passed over 100 yards. 20-19. Then you had the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins, 23-21. And is Miami eliminated after this loss?
No,
they still got a chance.
They got a chance. They would need us to beat the Patriots, and then they'd have to beat the Jets.
Okay.
But Tua is not even in consideration for Sunday's game.
And it might be going out there with Thompson, right?
That is either Teddy or Scott, or because Teddy has a broken finger in his hand, so it might have to be Sky Thompson.
Yo, it's one dude, Teddy Two Gloves is one dude that don't have no luck on his side. He always hurt, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always hurt, man. So, yeah, man, it's not looking good for Miami for sure, man. It's not looking good for Miami, man. And they actually go back home to play the Jets. So,
yep.
So we'll see. We talked about the Saints and the Eagles game already. The Giants, man.
There you go.
Yesterday was a good day, man. Yeah, when in that fourth quarter, when Dabo did the curtain call for Daniel Jones, and you hear the crowd just yelling, I'm like,
an ovation.
Yes, it was like, damn, I waited 6 years for this. Another playoff run. Because one thing about the Giants, man, once they get in the dance, I felt like they won the dangerous teams. That was when Coughlin was our coach. I felt like anytime the Giants get in there, they could be a dangerous team, man. And I just want to play some meaningful games in December and January. And this year, Brian Dable provided and Joe Shane, the GM, put a team together that played hard every week, and man, we in the playoffs, man. We in the playoffs. Look like we're gonna be sitting there at the 6th
I
spot.
really don't think we're losing to the Patriots, but
Ricky saying that. Yeah, as a Giants fan, I have meaningful games in January. I just said that too, man. I definitely agree with you, Ricky, man. Meaningful games. And a couple of things from the game yesterday. Daniel Jones had a big day yesterday, throwing for 2 touchdowns, rushing for 2 touchdowns. The defense played well. Landon Collins, before the half, returning the 52-yard interception to the house. Kayvon Thibodeau had a big game yesterday. It's a little controversy coming out of that game with one of his sacks, where he did sack Nick Foles, and he had to celebrating those Snow Angels.
He didn't know. He was in the moment.
That's what I said too. He didn't know. I mean, it may look bad from the camera, but he didn't know it.
Right. He didn't know it was in the moment.
I'm kind of old school coach, fellas. I agree. Celebrate. You made a big play, sack, and everything. I felt like one of his players, when they seen Nick Foles was laying there for a minute,
one of his teammates should have come over and said, "Hey, get up, get up."
Yeah, get him up, and like tell him, come on, there's enough. And this Rose Bowl game is good too.
Yeah, it is. I'm watching it. I'm watching it right over top of my phone.
These bowl games they've been incredible.
Oh my goodness, that Tulane game a few minutes ago,
USC game I just watched. Oh my god, college football definitely hit it. With the matchups.
Yes, they did.
Yes. But going back to the celebration.
Touchdown Utah.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's off the hook. Then he went to the sideline. You know what the thing that got me? He went to the sideline. And one thing about these NFL cameras, they catch everything. He went to the sideline and did this.
We can't see it. We can't see what you're doing, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. The sleep symbol.
The sleep symbol. You doing too much now.
Like, I mean, once you know he's injured and you're still doing that, I don't know. That seems like
I said, I'm a Giants fan. I'm happy the dude is balling out.
Once you know
I'm happy the dude's balling out, but come on. Like, come on, dog. You can't do that. You can't do that, dog. You can't do that. So man, shout out to the Giants, man. Next week they do play. Like next week, the game is not a meaningful game next week. Because
but it's meaningful to knock the Giants or knock the Eagles out of the 1 seed, isn't it?
Yeah. But the Giants can't. As for the Giants, they only could stay at that 6th spot. They can't move up to the 5th spot or drop down to the 7th. So even though Dable said he's gonna play his guys,
somebody asked him today, and he said we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
something like that. So,
like I said, I felt like
I think that there's one person that they should only put out for a half, and I'm just for his health is Saquon.
Saquon, yeah. So we'll see. Because we already play with backup receivers out there anyway. Like we got starting receivers out there. They are backup receivers.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, the kid you got out of our practice squad has been really good.
Hodges definitely has been stepping up. So we'll see. Next game, man. The Carolina Panthers and the Bucks.
No, I wanted the Panthers to win so bad.
14-9. It was up 14-9. I'm like, oh, there goes the ship.
No, I know it's Brady. He's the king of comebacks.
And Brady put on a show. And that second half, him and Mike Evans, man. Can we start giving Mike Evans some respect out here?
Hold on. Let me tell you what pissed me off. I'm sitting over there, and I be on Instagram a lot. I scrolled down my Instagram, and Tom Brady made an Instagram video about y'all should have never benched Mike Evans in y'all fantasy. I said, when the fuck you start talking fantasy? What the fuck going on? I said, what the fuck is going on around here? Like, I said that I was mad as a motherfucker. I was what the fuck? I ain't playing, but I'm just saying.
They know what's going on, man. They know what's going on. They know what's going on, man. So, yeah, man. Had a big day yesterday. I think he threw for 462 yards, 4 touchdowns in that game, to lead his team to a big win and still and clinching the NFC South. For the it's 3 touchdowns. He only threw for 3 touchdowns, and all 3 touchdowns was to Mike Evans, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, 3 and 200. Mike Evans, big day yesterday. Whoever had him in fantasy,
In one of my leagues, he scored 64 points.
270 yards and 3 touchdowns yesterday. Mike Evans, man, definitely put on the show. Godwin also had a 100-yard receiving with 120 yards and reception in that game, man. Sam Darnold, man, looking like he was having a good day till he fumbled a ball right there at the end to seal that win for the Buccaneers, who look like they're gonna be sitting at that 4th spot in the playoffs in the NFC. We talked about that. All right, as we move along, we talked about the Kansas City and Broncos game already. Detroit and Chicago. Detroit pouring on another show, 41-10.
Man, I swore Justin Fields was about to give me the game I needed, so I wouldn't have to depend so much on goddamn Stephon Diggs. But that second half, he come on so well.
Yeah, he had 100 yards, over 100 yards rushing at the end of the first quarter, right? If I believe,
End of the first quarter.
Yeah. Then after that, it was just pretty much all Detroit all day, man. Jamal Williams had a big day for the Detroit Lions, which set up a showdown between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions on Sunday Night Football and Lambeau. It depends. Green Bay, if they win, they in. Detroit will need Seattle to lose to the Rams.
Which is hard.
But
I'm pulling for Detroit, though. But it's hard.
Yeah, especially that Rams thing. That's trying.
Baker is not playing terribly.
Nah, and Cam Akers been. I don't know. Cam Akers been running that ball for them. Definitely not a. It's an NFC West matchup. So definitely not no easy game for Seattle to win. So we'll see. Man. The Browns and the Commanders, man.
Carson Wentz stinks.
I told y'all this when y'all told me he would start, and everybody like, no, then you just the hater because he ain't.
No, I don't understand why they started him. But why they started him, that blew my mind.
Yo, and I said this yesterday too. I feel like when he's at starting quarterback, he do not look for Terry McLaurin at all. McLaurin had been having good games the past few weeks. As soon as this Joker get right under center, McLaurin back to where he was at in the beginning of the season. Like, dude, how many interceptions he threw yesterday?
3.
Yo, he should be just a playing backup quarterback in this league, man. I should not see him anymore starting for any team.
I think he got to go through that learning curve of being a backup quarterback. I think he was just like too privileged. Like, mama, we got Carson Wentz, like because everybody's living off his last hype. Like, and it's kind of crazy because he had MVP hype at one point, but it's gone. Like you keep trying to catch it. So now you have to accept his. He has to accept his role as a backup and help the next guy develop. Now, if I'm Washington, I gotta let him go first of all. I'm not paying him no $30 million to be no backup.
No,
you ain't about to mess my team up because you a backup. So that's some of the reasons why.
Then some athletes, man, some athletes, they have that competitiveness in them, and like you saying for him to be a backup and groom a young quarterback, he tried. Remember, he was in Philly. He didn't want to groom my man.
Well, no, that's different. That's different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that these situations right here,
he's a starting quarterback in the NFL, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. No, let me explain why I say they're different. You've been to 3 teams you have no success. All right. You was with the Eagles. You had very, very high success rate. They let you go. You went to the coach. Everybody say you get back with the coach that helped you offensively. You're gonna be back to be MVP Carson. They let you go. Then you went to Ron Rivera. You got benched there. The team got better. It didn't get worse. They got better.
And when they start Wentz again, they get eliminated for the playoff run.
Yeah.
Right. And the coach that's some fuck wrong with him right there.
Yeah.
They told this dude at the press conference, who are you starting at quarterback next week? Because your playoff hopes really don't matter because you've been eliminated. He sit there and says, are we been eliminated from the playoffs? How the hell you don't know that? As a head coach.
Crazy, right?
Ron Rivera, you gotta go. You got to go.
Carson Wentz would be great in New England.
He said,
Nah.
I don't know which Facebook
Hey,
user.
and you know what, Ricky? You talking so much about Carson? Put him on the. Go ahead and start quarterback for the Giants.
Hell
no.
You talk about him that much? Put him on the Giants.
Hell no. I don't know.
Ricky, put him on the Giants, Ricky. You want him that bad?
I speak with the quarterback that I have right now.
You better trust the devil. You know.
Hell no, he can stay his ass over there.
That's I mean, it's I don't understand. I never understood why, because Heineke had them playing well. I really never understood why they decided to go after Wentz in the first place.
He actually lost to a team that had a great defense.
Right.
That's the Heineke lost to.
The Tampa, right? And he looked decent in that game against Tampa.
It's not jealousy. I'm just telling you he ain't got it.
Man, the next game, the Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. The Jets did not show up.
Oh my.
Offense didn't show up. Seattle just
he ain't got it either. I'm off that Mike White train.
Yeah, Mike White looked like awful that game.
The Jets need to put their money together and everything that they got and make a phone call to Lamar.
Ooh.
Lamar.
Oh man, BJ ain't gonna like that, but yeah, man, it's just that's a team. I said this last week that you look at that's put together. They are quarterback away from making something happen, and I think I've been like that for the past couple of years. With the Jets, man, they're I feel like a quarterback away from making something happen.
This could have been This could have been their Cinderella season.
Yeah.
If Zach Wilson developed as a QB, this would have been a great Cinderella season for them. And I ain't saying that he had to be MVP Zach Wilson. No, he just had to be non-turnover Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
That's all he had to be. If he stayed turn the ball over Zach Wilson and completed drives, this team right here could have been dangerous in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could have had that Cinderella season like Cincinnati had last
year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with that defense, man, that they have over there, for sure. But man, Seattle are now sitting there at number 8. They control their own destiny. All they gotta do, they're gonna need some help too, right? Because they're gonna need Detroit to beat Green Bay, basically, right?
They need Detroit to beat Green Bay, and then they gotta win.
They gotta win against Arizona on Sunday.
The Rams.
So, yeah.
That's how you drop that. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we might actually, if we lose Kafka, Kafka is definitely gonna be up for a job. Green Bay and Minnesota. What was that yesterday? What was that?
I don't know, but I like the fact that Jetta only got one reception.
Yeah, Jair.
Jair came out, talked this shit in the beginning of the week, and backed it up.
And when he defended that one pass, he hit the gritty on Jefferson.
Yeah. One thing about if you seen for the first game, Jefferson went off. I think he had 152 yards in that first game of the year against Green Bay, and Jair didn't shadow him in that game. And
Learn that lesson.
they asked Jai Alexander why you didn't shadow him. He was like, "Man, I'm just playing in the scheme of the defense. Whatever it was the defensive play call, that's what I played. So this time, dude followed him everywhere over that field. He stepped up for that challenge, man, and held Jefferson to one reception for 15 yards, and that's how, if you want to be the best corner, that's what you do in the league. Best corner in the league, that's what you do, man. Shut down the opposition best receiver, man. And he definitely did that yesterday. Man. And that defense definitely got it going too, man. Again, causing turnovers. Then Cousins threw 2 interceptions in that game. And Green Bay running game got going. Rodgers ain't even had to do nothing. I don't think Rodgers threw for 200 yards yesterday.
Nope, let him run the ball. That's honestly, this is the new Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
This is the new Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna throw a little bit, but we're gonna win the game on running.
Mm-hmm. With behind Agent Dillon and Aaron Jones. And they did that yesterday, man. They definitely did that yesterday to lead their team to a 41-17 win. And they had now set themselves up for a playoff berth. All they gotta do is go home and beat the Detroit Lions, a tough Detroit Lions team, man, that beat them. And I believe it was week 9, week 10.
Something like that,
yeah, where they beat Green Bay and Detroit. So it's hard to get some wins out of in Lambeau, man. So let's see. Go Josh saying it was a fluke. I don't know. Detroit defense definitely showed up that day. Aiden Hutchinson, who looked like he's gonna win rookie MVP, defensive MVP of the year. He caught another interception yesterday. That one was crazy. The interception he caught yesterday, but
the Lion, hey Ricky, that same Lions team you lost to.
Oh,
that's
yeah. Yeah, they rolling, man. They got them 2 running backs. Gonna run the ball, and they got some young receivers in Amon St. Brown. And those guys are gonna catch the ball, man. So Detroit, man, they definitely gonna be coming on Sunday, man. That's gonna be an interesting game. Definitely gonna be an interesting game, man. Come on, what's the name? Cheesehead over the Lions. Okay.
Greater than the Lions. All right.
Oh man. Then the last game we had the Chargers and the Rams 31-10. Eckler had a big day for the Chargers. I know he had 2 touchdowns in this game to lead the Chargers to win, and they already clinched a playoff spot. With that loss actually last night to the Ravens, now moved the Chargers up to the 5th spot in the playoffs. So
who would they play? They would play. Oh, they play the winner between Tennessee and
Jaguars right there.
Jaguars, yeah.
The bracket
right now it says Chiefs at top, but hopefully tonight changes that.
Yeah. Definitely. As you can see, the playoff bracket right here, brought to you by SamzSportz Network. The Chiefs at number 1 right now, and as you look at the 4 and 5 matchup, you got the Jaguars and the Jaguars and the Chargers will be the 4 or 5 matchup, and the 3 and 6 matchup will be the Bengals and the Ravens. Matchup that we are gonna see this week. Depends on the time. Because I believe if the Bengals win, then that game moves to 4:30.
No, the Bengals win, it goes to 1.
Okay, but if they lose,
moves to 4:30. I think
moves to 4:30. Okay, thank you, Ethan.
I'm pretty sure, but
yeah. Then you have the Dolphins right there sitting at the 7th spot. Against the Bills, if the playoff were to start today, another AFC East matchup. They move on to the NFC side. The Eagles still hold the number 1 spot. The 4 or 5 matchup would have been the Bucks and the Cowboys. Then Vikings with that loss do move down to the 3 spot, and would be taking on the Giants. I would love that matchup again.
The rematch.
I would love that rematch again. That's I wish everybody do their part. San Fran win, Eagles. I would love to beat the Eagles this week, but hey, look.
Well, if y'all beat the Giants,
What?
If
y'all beat the Vikings, and y'all see the 49ers, which y'all have a good time in San Fran. That's what you told me.
Yo, good history. We got a good history in San Fran, baby.
Ooh, don't let them beat the Vikings and the 49ers.
Good history. So that'll be interesting to see, man. That'll be interesting.
With no wide receivers, that'll be crazy.
Never know. Anything happens in the play. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
Playoffs is an open book. Yep.
Blow the record out the window when it comes to the playoffs, man. Then 2 and a 7 matchup would be the Seahawks and the 49ers. But you know that spot is up for grabs. That 7th spot is up for the grabs, and the top 2 spots.
I have a question. I was wondering this earlier. If Green Bay wins, but Seattle wins, does Seattle stay there?
No, Green Bay in there.
Green Bay in there.
Yeah, Green Bay win again. If Green Bay just got to win.
Green Bay's winning in. Okay.
Yeah, conference record.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it's a lot on the line this weekend, man. Definitely a lot on the line this weekend.
QB1. Gotta give it to Danny Dimes, baby.
Ooh.
Gotta give it to Danny Dimes.
I was going with TB. I was going with TB12, but
I thought TB12 too, man.
Well, he could be number 2, but Danny Dimes threw 4 touchdowns.
I was gonna say 2. I was gonna say 2 was Pat Mahomes, but
no, it's going to
TB in a dog fight with the damn Broncos.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear nothing about no Patty. Yeah,
I mean he did have 3 TDs, but all right. I mean I can give it to Dan.
But we do know who QB3 is, the worst QB of them all.
Wentz?
That's Carson Wentz. I would give it to Kirk Cousins, but I'm gonna give it to Carson Wentz. You decide to roll him out there for your playoff hopes as if he was gonna do something nice. Do you know? Do you notice? Do you know what's crazy? Last year the Colts had a chance to make the playoffs. All they had to do was beat the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz was the quarterback. I was gonna let y'all know that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'll tell you. Honorable mention for QB3. I was thinking about. I mean, obviously he ran for 100, so probably not. But I mean, honorable mention for QB3 could be Fields.
Yeah, it could be. And Fields had a bad game there.
Yeah. Oh man, Fields.
Wentz is terrible. We already know this.
This is definitely terrible. Kirk Cousins, definitely could go there too. Like primetime spot right there. You could knock the Green Bay Packers division rival.
You know how Kirk is at prime time?
And
I ain't trying to hear that.
And didn't get the job done. So
nope.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
I've been nervous. I'm confident and nervous at the same time.
Buffalo going to Cincinnati in a couple of hours and take on the Bengals, man. Man, the Bengals team. A lot of people have been talking about
Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, I need you. Stephon Diggs. I put this hat on because people think it's a Bills hat. I'm trying to get as much fandom as possible. I need you, Stephon.
I didn't
even see what the hat was.
How many points you down by?
I'm down by 20.
Oh, okay.
You have Diggs?
Yeah, I got Diggs.
You might apple on him tonight. You might go off. Diggs might go off. You never know.
I'm just hoping he does. I'm hoping he had that last Monday night game he had. I forgot who y'all played.
Tennessee.
He went off for them 2 touchdowns. I'm hoping he had one like that.
Yeah, Tennessee. That was the only other Monday night game we had was against Tennessee.
Yeah,
I was there.
I'm gonna start calling him. I'm hoping he have a Monday night, Mr. Monday Night Diggs. That's what I'm
Monday Night Diggs. Hey, I'd sign up for that.
All right, so the spread, the Buffalo Bills, right now are favorite in this game.
I'm nervously optimistic, but oh my goodness, I don't like being favored on the road like this.
With an over under 51, I think this definitely go over tonight. I don't know what's the weather like in
60
Cincinnati.
about 50. It's going to be about 55 and
nice.
it's clear. It's beautiful.
Nice.
That's nice weather. That's nice weather
for some good offense. Both teams definitely playing well, especially the Bengals. I feel like a lot of people not talking about the Bengals, they're pretty much picking up with it left off at last year, man. Making this drop and run again, and they have a chance to take the top spot in the AFC with a win tonight and a win on Sunday against the Ravens. So there's a lot on the line tonight, man. Definitely a lot on the line tonight. Which give me an underrated player that you feel like on both sides that's gonna step up tonight.
Underrated. I ain't got time for underrated. I need Stephon.
I know he wants things to go out.
I'm lying. I'm gonna say Devin Singletary.
I was gonna go the other one. I was gonna go James Cook.
Okay, James Cook to get the running game going. You need to bring that running game in December, man.
We again. I know it was only the Bears that we played, but hey, we put up. Singletary had 106, and Cook had 99. So it's good to get that going at the right time of the year.
On the Bengals side of thing, I feel like Tyler Boyd is going to definitely play a big part.
Okay.
Underrated player, I think that's going to have a big game, and they're going to need Mixon to have a big game too. And he's not an underrated player, but they're going to definitely need him to have a big game.
I can't afford Mixon to have no big game.
You going up against Mixon?
I'm going up against Mixon.
Oh boy. Same one you got Diggs in?
Same one I got Diggs.
Ooh.
Who I know, Ethan, who you picking? Dan, who you like in this game?
Come on now. I mean, I'm taking the Bills, but
yeah, I said I know who you like. I asked Dan who he like. I know who you like.
You asked.
We see it all in your body, man. We see.
I know, but you asked, but you did ask, but
give me a score, Dan. Ethan, give me a score. Give me a final.
Oh boy, 37-34.
Cool. I said 31-28. Buffalo. I'm just hoping that Mixon
a lot of people are saying, oh, they had the division. I was talking to Buck Flair earlier. He's chirping in the chat because his second team, the Vikings, decided to not show up. But anyway, and he's talking about the Vikings or the Bengals have the division to play for. The Bills don't have much to play for. And like the Bills have the number one seed to play for. They want the playoffs to go through Buffalo.
Yeah, that'll be a good thing for you.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's gonna be a battle right to the end. What do you got for a score?
Oh, I like the Bengals in this one, man. Definitely gonna put that in on my tickets tonight. Let's go 35-30. 35-30.
Okay.
I like that. I really like the high scoring game right here tonight. I definitely like a high scoring game tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if it was a high scoring game. I'm thinking that too. Definitely taking the over.
Yeah. So definitely gonna be an interesting one. Now, week 18.
No, that doesn't say Bills. That says Phils.
Yeah, I said I gotta get one that's close to Buffalo as possible. That's what I was saying. About the closest you're gonna get right here.
Oh, not Phil. Phil's is Phila.
So, man, we down to the final week after tonight. Will be week 18. A lot is on the line. Like it's always on week 18. A lot of teams are battling for positions and for playoff spots, and teams are trying to get in the playoffs. So I know they only announced those couple of games. They announced the other times for the other games.
Yeah, they did. They just came out just like about maybe half hour ago. Or no, I mean hour and a half ago. It was like before the show. At least when they announced when the Bills game was. So I think the other ones all came out.
Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, they did. Okay, so all right. So the Bucks and the Tampa Bay and Falcons game 1:00. Patriots and Bills 1:00. You got Vikings and Bears at 1:00. Which that don't have really. Well, the Vikings need a win because at least stay up in the top. They try to get one of the top spots, right? Yeah. Um, Patriots and the Bills have a lot of playoff implications in it. Texans and the Colts, nope, womp womp. Jets and the Dolphins is at 1:00.
That has playoffs too.
Yeah, Dolphins need a win to keep their hopes alive, and the Steelers need the Jets to win. The Panthers and the Saints, no playoff implications in that. Browns and the Steelers, playoff implications. The Steelers for that game there, and the Steelers are at home, so we'll see. And you got the 4:00 game, so okay. So they put the Eagles and the Giants and the Cowboys in a Commanders game at 4. Then,
Okay.
yeah, the Chargers and the Broncos, which don't really have no playoff implication. Well,
Really.
for the Chargers,
maybe seeding for the Chargers. That's about it.
Seeding for the Chargers, yeah. Cardinals and the 49ers. 49ers need a win. They might have a shot for that one spot. So it'll be a lot of scoreboard watching. and the 4:00 spot. So that's how they set this up because the Steelers game and the Jets game both games are at 1:00. So the Steelers are watching that game. Watching Bills game too. The Bills and the Patriots game. Okay. So,
the only game that will determine a game later a little bit is the Detroit plays at night, Sunday night, but the Seahawks play early.
So if Seattle wins,
Lions are done.
The Lions are done.
Right. So that's the only ones, but they could still they could try to play spoiler against Green Bay. That's the only thing they could do.
Okay, that's the only thing. Okay, so they'll be scoreboard watching that game. Hopefully the Rams upset the Seahawks.
The Rams upset the Seahawks, then the 7. That could. Then the 7 seed would come down to that game, Sunday night game. Yep.
Sunday night game. That's Sunday night game. Is Vegas telling us something though? Vegas telling us something with that game though?
Vegas telling us what they're sleeping on. What they doing? They're sleeping on Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I just be looking at stuff like that. So, and don't forget about the Saturday games. Like you mentioned earlier, the Chiefs and the Raiders at 4:30 on Saturday, and the nightcap will be the Titans and the Jaguars. The end thing. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Definitely gonna be interesting, man. Let's see, man, this weekend, man, how things come out, man. So that's pretty much it for June's Monday quarterback. I think we had the what's BJ, are we doing what's next on podcast?
Goddamn right.
Okay, we are back. We are back, baby. So what's next podcast is up next on the SamzSportz Network. Tomorrow, Off the Top Sports will be back on live. So yeah, we got the word a couple of hours ago that everything is good to go. Shout out to my man Den, BJ, and Kilo for coming through last week. It was definitely a good show, funny show. It was always great times when my guys come to Jersey, man, and do the show with us, man. So once again, I want to thank those brothers for coming through, man. I know we was dealing with little technical difficulties, but we still got a show in next to the SamzSportz Network.
Shout out to y'all, man. I had a good ass time.
Yeah, definitely.
Still got some clips to drop too. I forgot.
So definitely, man. Shout out to the guys for coming through, man. We gotta do it again. Definitely gotta do it again. I don't know, the draft day, probably have it in the studio if the time is available. I don't know.
That
BJ.
studio we was at, that ain't bad.
I know we talked about getting a hall or any something like that, but if the studio is available around that time we want to do it, I don't see say having a problem having us hosting us there, having us there. So definitely we could set that up too. That could be one of the ideas, but we'll leave that open for right now. So, but tomorrow 6 to 8 p.m. off the top sports. Then Talk Your Wish Tuesday is back, same time. 8.
Talk Your Wish Tuesday, always 8 p.m. baby. 8 p.m. Talk Your Wish Tuesday. We are back.
Yeah. Okay. That's what's up. And
we're doing top 10 boxing nicknames.
Boxing nicknames. Nice. So definitely be checking into that. And Wild Wednesdays. First Wild Wednesday of 2023.
Right.
Should be an interesting one. So
fuck wrong with him is back.
Yeah, Jones Court. I definitely have a lot of b-ball talk on there. Kilo's Court. Corner. I say court. Kilo's Corner. Analyst Discovery. A lot. We got a lot to talk about on there. So definitely check us out on Wild Wednesday, 6 p.m. every Wednesday. And that's pretty much it. Then you got anything before we head out?
No, not much, man. I just want to say thank everybody for coming through. Don't be no strangers. Ricky, make sure you get out there and subscribe to the Ignorant Thinker podcast on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you want to listen to it at. All right. Don't be no strangers. I don't just need you around when Big Blue make the playoffs. I need your ass around all the goddamn time. There's a difference. All right.
And you see my man Ethan with the Blues, with the Buffalo Bills chain. He's locked and loaded, ready to go tonight.
Nervous as hell.
Oh man, you don't need to be nervous. No need to be nervous.
I'm nervous and I'm not even a Bills fan.
Bengals are good. That's why I'm a little nervous. But
once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to June's Monday Quarterback. We'll be back here next week, same time, recapping all the games from this past Sunday. So then send us out.
God bless. Good night.